I'm going to tell you a story that I'm sure most of you can relate to. Back before I was a super hardcore gamer, I had a PC with specs I can't remember, but it could run any game at about 3 frames per second. So I played what little games I could afford to find. Of course, I was broke, so it was down to the wonderful Flash games to keep me entertained. That's when I stumbled upon the greatness of Sonny, a Flash turn-based RPG that has no right to be this good. I spent hours and hours on this game, waiting ages to be able to play it again, but I got bored eventually. Then, Sonny 2 came out. This one was amazing. I still play it to this day. The community I was now part of blew up in anticipation of the final installment of this series. I waited a year and there was nothing. Another year, nothing. It wasn't until I randomly browsed the App Store 2 days ago that I found the final installment. Or so I thought. It turns out that this iOS port of one of my childhood games wouldn't live up to the expectation and hype that I built up for it over the years. So what is Sonny? What's the story, the arcing narrative? Well, it's, yeah. The story revolves around a zombie named Sonny, who is brought back to life by a man named Lois. Shortly after, the ZPCI, Zombie Pest Control Unit, shows up, shoots Lois, and Sonny is left to escape on a lifeboat. Shortly after, he meets up with Whatyou'dexpect, a combat medic who has no control over his legs outside of his combat armor. What follows is 8 of the most repetitive, low-quality, broken, and unfair zones I've ever seen in a video game. Each zone has a boss at the end of it. But do you know what these bosses are? Cheap. Not like the original Sonny. No amount of grinding will get you far in this game. It's down to RNG whether an enemy uses a certain attack or whether your AI decides to not suck ass at the game. Take, for example, the second fight with Captain Vendara. He can instantly remove all focus, which is the equivalent to the charge bar from Final Fantasy, from your party, then deal massive damage to everyone. Side note, thank you to Squid the Cid for the footage of this fight. Getting him down to about half his health will cause him to instantly regenerate it all the way back up to full. How exactly are you supposed to counter that? In the other Sonny games, there were counters to each of the bosses. Take, for instance, Dr. Harrigods from Sonny 1. He has 1 million health. How do you counter such a beast? Simple. Get the subversion move. Whenever he heals, he'll deal damage to himself instead, instantly ending the battle. There is no perk like that in Sonny 2017. In fact, the perk tree has been completely dumbed down. When compared to previous games in the series, it's nowhere near the level we got earlier. While the move from Sonny 1 to Sonny 2 changed the total number of classes from 4 to 3, at least there was still some variety, allowing deadly combos with each perk tree. What we get here is nothing like that, and no counters for anyone. However, there is a new evolve mechanic where dealing damage or being hit will charge your evolve meter. Once it's charged, you can supercharge one of your moves, choosing between one of 3 upgrades, whether that's extra crit chance or getting damage dealt back as health. Unfortunately, it's so fucking random what you'll actually get that you'll end up with terrible perks almost all of the time. It's not like you can see the perks and upgrade another move. If you try, the game will just crash. This game fails on every level, and I feel bad for buying it. I bought it when it was on sale for $3, even though it's free on mobile. This game is just bad. If you compare it to the other RPGs in the series, it falls on its face. It lacks all animation with voice acting. Here's a comparison provided once again by Squid the Cid. Please go subscribe to him down below. If I reviewed the original Sonny and Sonny 2 when they came out, 9 out of 10 easily. Today they're more like an 8 or a 7, but still great games. This shameful cash grab, however, gets a 2 out of 10, balanced only by the music and some of the combat when it works right. The PC port in particular really pisses me off. This game is neither functional or skillful, instead relying on RNG and hoping to God that your teammates don't fuck up your moves, or hoping that your moves are good enough. Ugh! Done with this game.